Hello and welcome back to SpriteGuard Plays HyperRogue. In the last episode, we actually managed to get a key, and so now we have the enormous task of backtracking all the way to the Orb of Yendor, and so we're going to be trying to find our way. I believe we went clockwise around this lake of sulfur, so let's try and go counterclockwise around it. Let's see, 258, that's not good. So I'm going to try and ignore the guy behind us and make my way around here. And it looks like we're going to have to kill that guy. That'll convert one greater demon, and not really one that we were all that worried about. But now I want to go back and I want to kill these guys to build up our experience bar once again. 265. We can almost ignore that greater demon behind us. And just keep winding our way around this way, 267. Just keep winding around. So there's the ivory tower. We have to get through there. And so we get more wobbly screen. There we go. And now we are back on track. Let's see. We can. So I left a really good path of breadcrumbs for myself. Let's see. 268. Not really a fan of that. Let's see if we can go around this way. Try and avoid getting more kills until we really need to. Now, okay, so our next dead orb is up here. So now we want to get those last two kills. There we go. And that will let us convert the demons that we were having trouble with. And we still have more dead orbs coming up. Yeah, so now we need to go around this one. It looks like we have a fairly short path around it over this way. Yeah, I remember there was only that one really big lake that we ran into. And so we're just going to try and go around here and find our way to more dead orbs. Let's see, there we go. I think we can actually, we can get past that greater demon. We are at 280. So we're actually going to have a very difficult time if we try to convert him. And I don't see our next dead orb. Oh, there it is. Right up here. And from here, where is the next one? Off to our right over this way. So, okay, so now we have a little bit of a problem. This guy's not going to let us through. Maybe if we loop around this lake of sulfur. Let's see, 283, not really a good number to be at. And yeah, that guy's not going to be fooled. So we're going to have to go on a hunting trip. Let's see, we'll leave that there. And then just try and find lesser demons to kill. Oh, there we go. So there's that conversion. And now, we're just working out the tactics. There we go. Make our way back to our dead orb. And so it feels like smoother sailing, backtracking, than it was going out here. And I think that's because we have cleared a lot of the terrain behind us. And so we're not uncovering as many new cells. And so things are just going a bit more smoothly. Let's see, there's our next one. It feels like a little bit of a twistier path. And let's see, that's odd. Okay, so we're actually going along this way. So it looks like that's not the Orb of Yendor that I thought we wanted. Alright, where's the next dead orb? There it is, along the side of this. It always feels like a much more kind of winding path. Let's see, 305, not ideal, so we need to go on another hunting expedition because this guy's not going to let us through. And let's see, 308. Only need two more, but once again, he's not really going to let these lesser demons get through either. And so we're going to have to be a little bit more clever. There we go. Got him converted. And hopefully I did not abandon our dead orb. I did not. That's good. But looks like we have a lot of combat after us. But yeah, here we go. Back to our dead orb. And from this one, where are we going next? Over here. And through a very narrow area. So we just hit a 10 when we probably should not have. Alright, there's our next dead orb. And I believe that's the orb of Yendor that we're looking for. I'm going to leave a dead orb here just in case it's not. But there we go. So what do we have? We have, let's see, flash, shielding, fire, time, and mind. So let's see, can we use Orb of the Mind? Yes, we can. We can use Orb of the Mind to get rid of greater demons. So now we want to find our way back to a crossroads and save. And Rose Garden is not where we want to be. Jungle is not really where we want to be. It's very nice being able to just click, make greater demons go away. And we had quite a lot of mind power. It looks like it's about to run out pretty soon. But the Orb of Time is preserving it when we're not using it. That's very nice. And we're out of shield power, but that's not too bad. Let's see, still have more fire power than I would like. I'm not a fan of the Orb of Fire. It's, it can be more trouble than it's worth. There we go. That's the last of our mind power. So we now are a little bit more vulnerable to greater demons, but, you know, we should be able to just manage our lesser demon kills. And luckily, the Orb of Fire only leaves fire behind you. It doesn't leave fire where you're standing. So it doesn't make you skip along. It doesn't force you to move. But it does leave a trail behind you that can kind of restrict your options. You know, it's one fewer places you can step to get away. Let's see, what is that? I can't tell. I don't want to trap myself, so I'm just going to abandon that line of inquiry. Let's see, that is Trollheim. Don't have much use for that. And it looks like we are out of everything except time power. And so, you know, we're just going to be on the run. But that's all right. We're pretty good at running, and hell is never the most difficult place to navigate. Though I believe things are a bit more difficult now that we have an Orb of Yendor. I believe it counts as a little bit of treasure in every land. And so that is going to make things a little bit more difficult, but really all we're looking for now is an exit. We don't really care what direction we go in. You know, it's the typical search for a crossroads that we've been through a million times, and the main thing that we're just going to be concerned about is not wandering straight into a pincher attack, or in some other way, you know, getting us killed in a very silly way. So there's a crossroads for us. Let's see if we can find an Orb of Safety. And then, once again, we're in that position of the world is our oyster. We have accomplished our goals. I don't know, what should we do next? Princess Quest is still very difficult to commentate and takes a lot of sessions. Camelot is still, I said this in a comment, but I don't know if everyone reads those comments. You know, I've talked about doing Camelot before, but, when I was a little kid, there was this radio station that lost some kind of bet, and I don't really know the details. I was very young when this happened. But, they made somebody mad or they lost some kind of bet, and their punishment was they had to play somebody counting down for like 8 hours all day long. It was just this voice counting, 29,997, 20,998, or count, I then counted up instead of down, but, they were just counting for 8 hours, and we listened to it because we were so perplexed by what was going on. And we went to the zoo and we had fun at the zoo, and we came back and we listened to the end, and it was just this voice counting. And so whenever I think about commentating a Camelot quest, I think about that, because that's really how the Camelot quest goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting up. Okay, so that's 30, so now we have to find the 15th position along the line. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Yeah, that's very difficult to make entertaining. And so, maybe one of these days, when I've been doing this for many more years and I'm much more able to make more things interesting, perhaps we will give that another shot. But for now, I think we're going to have to find something else to do. We do have a zebra right next to us. The zebra is a great place to end runs, and this has been a very good run, so perhaps we'll go there. The rose garden, of course, is another big challenge. I believe we have five roses. Let's see, thornless rose, 5. Yeah, so maybe finishing out the rose garden is another good way that we could bring this run to an abrupt end. So those are both options before us. I do feel like I have a little bit of a better idea of how to handle the zebra, so maybe we can try out new strategies for that. But that's something that we will have to decide along the way, and until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.